All right, welcome back to the Queenie Network. We are here with the one and only, fresh off of the streets of New York City to LA to North Carolina, recording artist, Miss Dia Malai. Happy to be here. Happy to be here. Thank you so much for taking some time out. I know you're busy, so we are so grateful for you to come chat with us. So I know a little bit about you, but why don't you tell our people a little bit about you?
Yeah, so Dia Malai, Dia like day, Malay like Malaysia. That's how you pronounce it. Singer-songwriter, born and raised in Queens, New York. You know, Queens in the building.
Yes.
You know? I've always loved music. Music has always been a passion of mine since I was a kid. Started writing since, I don't even know, but I know English was my best subject in school.
Right, because you love to write.
Love to write, love putting words together. Wordplay is always one of my favorite things. And so I would just describe myself as an overall creative. Everything creative.
Yeah, everything creative.
Everything.
And it's so funny because if you think back a few years ago, that wasn't even like a word we would use. But I know as a creative person, you're like, I need a title that includes everything that I do.
Yes.
Right? Because you're so much more than just creating that music, because you have to do the visuals with it. You have to come up with the composure of the song, the look, the aesthetic. All of that is the creative bone, right? So recently you released Changes.
I did.
I won the contest.
She won the contest.
I won the challenge. I got some
Give it
Dia
up for
Malai gear. Okay,
Over
I'll be dripping in my Changes gear.
Yes.
Tell me the meaning to you behind that song. You know, other than the obvious of going through changes in the seasons of life, but where did that song come from for you?
Yeah, so I feel like Changes, the feeling, the emotion behind the song has been something brewing for the past 3 years now.
Okay.
Just the overall concept behind it, and I want to say the starting point of when the changes started to really begin. Down to me moving from New York to North Carolina, and I've lived in Queens my entire life.
Wow.
So
how was that? How was that coming from the city, to like our baby city here?
It's a change of pace for sure.
Okay.
But I personally enjoy it. I know a lot of people from my city probably wouldn't.
Because it's slow.
Because it's so slow.
Yes.
But I personally have enjoyed it.
Like leaning into it.
I'm leaning into
change.
it. The peace.
Yes.
The quiet.
Not the hustle and bustle.
Not the hustle and bustle. I mean,
I can't hang.
I mean, listen, when you're from New York, when you're from Queens, the hustle and bustle is just a part of your core. It's who you are. So it's like if you come to a city like this where things are a lot slower, it allows you to be more productive when you think about it, because everything else surrounding you isn't moving at the pace that you're moving at.
That's true.
You know, not necessarily the people, but just the speed of life out here.
People
it's not
driving.
the same.
Just like motion every day, going to the store.
Right.
You know, you can't take your time and do anything in New York. You gotta go.
Yeah.
So before Changes, you had a change in your life.
Yeah.
You went and traveled, and you were on The Voice.
I was.
Tell me about that experience.
So that was also a part of the changes that happened. And it was a really unique experience because, at first, when I auditioned for the first time, it was a virtual audition for The Voice. And it was literally the day that I was auditioning for the coaches of American Idol. So actually, 24 hours after that. So I had my audition, sang in front of Katy Perry, Luke Bryan, and Lionel Richie. And, that was also my dad's birthday, who I lost the year prior. So it meant a lot for me to be doing that, and for me to not allow what was the current circumstances of getting that no from American Idol, really get me down. I saw the email from The Voice, ironically, that they were hosting virtual auditions the next day.
And you were like,
And so for me, it was just like, instead of allowing myself to wallow in the no, wallow in the fact that this is my dad's first heavenly birthday, and I'm not, I can't tell him happy birthday or celebrate it with him. It was more of those things of like allowing me to have the redemption, have that, the keeping my foot on next, how I talk about in the song, and one thing too I want to talk about, because changes in the song, the lyrics, a lot of people think that I'm speaking to a person directly, but the lyrics are really about me. The lyrics are really about me being in my own way, having to step out of my own way. And
it's like you're talking to yourself.
I'm talking to myself. It's me to me. It's a message from me to me that I knew I needed to put out because other people needed that message for themselves as well.
Right. And when I hear this song, I feel that like it's not necessarily to someone. It's like if you really listen and tap into the lyrics, you're like, this is like what you feel like when you're looking in the mirror.
Yes.
Or it's like when you need to give yourself that pep talk, you know? So I love that. And you've been so inspiring to people around you. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the followers you had probably like 3-4 years ago who were just like, you know what, I like her voice, I'm gonna follow her, to seeing you now, you know, with all of your success. What do you feel is something that you can help inspire others with? Like, what is something that you can give to someone that is like, that's what Dia said to do, so I'm gonna do it?
I think what's big for me is, you know, being authentic. I try, you know, every single day when I wake up, you know, it's always gonna be some kind of like influence around you. You know, you can go to a different city and, you know, in less than a year, you can become a whole different person.
Yes.
But for me, I try to make sure that I stay true to who I am, because if I'm doing that, other people can see that authenticity is kind of, you know, is just kind of oozing off of me.
Yes.
And it makes them feel more comfortable in doing it themselves.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that's just something that I've heard from people who support me.
Yeah.
You know, when they come to me and they tell me why they listen to my music or why they stay tapped in with me, it's just my overall message in general. So I love that that's what it is.
Yes,
you
it's
know?
like you live it and you speak it. Your art says it, but then you also live it day to day.
Right.
Okay. So can I get the run before we go? Can I get the changes run? Because you know, we got change. Look,
Go ahead, girl. You almost had it. You almost.
Changes.
Okay, almost. Want to try again?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Look, it's high.
It's not that high. It's not that high.
Sure.
It's like going through changes. That's here. It's all here. Going through changes. I am. That's all here.
I am. Okay. I'm gonna leave the singing to you, okay? I'm gonna leave that to you. Thank you so much for stopping by and chatting with me. We're gonna drop all of your socials here so you can get even more people to love and support your journey. Any last words to the people of the Queenie Network?
Yes, stay tapped in with me. A lot more music coming, dropping new music over the summer. I'm just trying to do everything to just amplify what we already got going on. You see this face now, you're gonna continue to see this face, I promise you. So yeah, stay tapped in with me. Follow me everywhere on all social media platforms at Dia Malai, except for TikTok. So it's Days with Delay, my TikTok handle. It's DAZE, letter, the word with, and then DILAI. So there you go, Days with Delay.
Lovely. All right, Big Queen out. Later.
I'ma stay concrete, rise from the dirt, all is in law, still